Well, China has been accused of circling Taiwan in large-scale naval and air force exercises. Taiwan says China's latest war games are blatant provocations that seriously undermine regional peace and stability. It's been warning of an increase in Chinese military activity over the past 5 years. Beijing views the island as its own territory, a claim which Taiwan's government rejects. Wen-Ti Sung is a non-resident fellow with the Atlantic Council's Global China Hub. He's joining us now from Taipei. Thanks for your time and joining us on Al Jazeera. Given that these drills have come just days after Taiwan's President Lay's national address, is it fair to conclude this was expected? And what do you think is the purpose behind it?
Yeah, this is very much expected. I mean, even back in May, when Taiwan's President Lai made his inauguration address, China launched a military drill right after, and they called it Joint Sword 2024A. Now, the A tells you that that was going to be round A, and that there will be round B, potentially round C to come. So it's really been almost 5 months in the making in that sense. And indeed, I'm pretty sure that when Jake Sullivan, the American National Security Advisor, went to Beijing in the end of August, I most likely had discussion with Wang Yi, potential Xi Jinping about this as well. So that's why also I think Taiwan is very prepared this time. You hear Taiwan's premier issuing a warning about 3 days beforehand that most likely there will be a military drill and that Taiwanese people are prepared psychologically and hopefully security and militarily as well.
And would it be in line with perhaps China wanting to display its unhappiness with the premier?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, this is how China usually reacts whenever there's a major policy speech coming out of the Taiwanese side. Usually, you see China doing a few things. Number one, obviously, verbal critique, criticism against Taiwan. Number two, they may try to make you feel a little pain by using some targeted economic sanctions against either individuals, politicians, or businesses that are seen to be sympathetic to Taiwan's government. Number three, fireworks like this military drill. These are a very visual way to register Beijing's displeasure against Taiwan, and potentially not just towards Taiwan, but also as a way to intimidate and dissuade other Taiwan's international friends and partners from further interacting, potential upgrade exchanges with Taiwan as well. So I think these are all very much expected items in China's toolbox, and we're seeing the effects right now.
Now, in the last hour or two, Taiwan's defense ministry, it said it won't escalate a conflict in response to China's military drills. What are Taiwan's considerations and the balance it has to keep in mind when responding to China in instances like this?
Yeah, I mean, Taiwan really has to play quite a challenging balancing act right here, because if you're a Taiwan, you don't want to be seen as soft and weak, but at the same time, you don't want to respond with too much robust use of force on your own, lest the other country who are concerned begin to get confused about which party is the provocative party here. So I think for Taiwan, what they're doing, of course, is number one, issuing statements that criticize this act of provocation from Beijing. Number two, while Taiwan doesn't want to significantly upgrade the quality or intensity of Taiwan's own security forces response, what Taiwan may want to do is increase the quantity of response. And by that, I mean Taiwan may try to get its friendly governments, be it US, Japan, other friendly countries around the world, to issue statements criticizing this unnecessary act of provocation from Beijing. I think lastly, just this is a useful visual aid for Taiwan government as well, again, to drive home the message to its own populace that there is need for Taiwan to further upgrade its own energy security, as well as prepare more potential conflict scenario or embargo scenario preparedness in terms of getting logistical supplies and other capacities ready.
All right. Wen-Ti Sung, thanks very much for your insights. Wen-Ti Sung is a non-resident fellow with the Atlantic Council's Global China Hub. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.